John, what are intensity values and why does this matter?
I mean, in intensity values, generally we're talking about non-colorized data, at least the way I think of it. It's giving you, let's say like a point cloud that has no intensity value would just be like a monochromatic point cloud, just black points. Intensity is intended to give you a sense of depth, to help you understand, seeing depth in something, whereas without intensity value, it's going to be really difficult.
Where does the Pro3 fit into that discussion?
Doesn't have intensity.
No,
Right.
No intensity.
No, and which is strange. So to expand on that topic, intensity, what basically is, every surface has the ability to reflect or absorb light, right? And the Matterport 3 uses a light sensor, and it shoots a light beam, and that beam is being reflected back by a surface. And the sensor records the difference between the intensity of the light that left the unit and then that came back. And it records a value between 0 and 1. And if you're scanning a surface that basically has the same property, the values, the intensity values on that surface is going to be close, right? They just differ. It makes a slight difference based on the angle of incidence.
So, let me just kind of redirect and just ask, if I'm a Matterport service provider, if somebody asks me about intensity values, do I want to just say, I'm sorry, that's over my head? Or is there an actual way that they can answer that would be helpful to their
Actually, Dan, I will say there is just no way they can deliver it, because even when you use the BLK 360 with the Matterport app, the E57 files derived from Matterport do not carry the intensity values. Now, if I download that raw BLK data and register it myself in Cyclone, I get all the intensity values. This leads to Matterport uses the LiDAR sensor for photo depth. They derive the point clouds from photogrammetry, not from LiDAR. When we're working with laser scanning and laser scanners, we derive the point cloud from the actual factual LiDAR values, and the photo is the secondary aspect. So they flip their purposes.
So Richard, is this, sorry, Dan, can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Is this applicable to Matterport Pro 2 as well as Pro 3? Because I thought once they switched to the new camera, you're actually getting what you're getting as a raw data is the LiDAR data. Because I saw with the first version, when they released the first after a month, I saw the data and it was like super wavy, something that you would not get from a photogrammatic process, right? Which I thought was like was just the sensor.
Yeah. No, the E57. So when they first released E57s about 18 months ago for purchase, they were really weird E57 format. But even with the BLK 360, you do not get intensity released at all. It's all just the photo. Yeah.
So now you're saying that, with the BLK, if you're using just the BLK as a tool for capturing the space, when you download the E57 from the Matterport platform, is the data noisy or is the data clean as you would see it if you register the data in Register 360, for instance?
It's actually very close to Register 360, but it's decreased by about 30% of volume. It thins,
so resolution
it thins and normalizes the product.
Okay, that tells me that is actually as the camera of the BLK is much lower resolution than the Matterport camera.
Yeah,
and if the data is not noisy, that means the values of those points in the E57 might be actually generated based on the LiDAR.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. And like I say, it's really weird because they don't deliver the intensity values, even though the LiDAR is capturing intensity. It's
that might
really
be
strange.
That
it's
might
a
be
strange black box. And that's the weird thing, I guess, Dan, overall, is we don't know what happens in the black box because we have no interaction with how the data goes together. It's just here, let's hope it's right when you purchase it.
And then the